Everybody, welcome back to the Bears Den. How is everyone doing today, guys? Hope you're all having a great day today. It is Tuesday's talk show time. Time to have some fun, talk about video games and recent news, and, well, relax and drink some beers. Why not? Sorry for no stream yesterday. I just had a massively irritating headache and was basically like, yeah, I really don't want to sit in front of a bright light, so yeah, I didn't bother streaming yesterday. Sorry. But I should be back tomorrow. I should be doing some more Raft. Kind of want to wrap that up. As far as what I'll be doing after that, not entirely certain. I'm thinking doing some Anarchy Online and getting back into speedrunning, but I also may do like Titanfall 2 or Lost Horizon. Don't know. I kinda need to figure that out. Was it Lost Horizon? What was it? I can't even remember the name of the game now. Horizon Zero Dawn, that's right. I knew it had something to do with Horizon. Oh well. But it's time to jump into talking about fun video games, so let's dive on in and see how things are going.
Hi.
Welcome. How are you doing?
You can't welcome me here. I welcome you here. Hey, all right, fine.
No, you're breathtaking.
You're breathtaking. Yeah. I was just saying to chat that I was apologizing that I've been gone and so sporadic, but I've just had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, 3 p.m., I start a new game and a new stream.
Ooh.
I think it's gonna be very exciting. I don't want to let it go. I'll say this: it is not the same old boring sim stuff that I play, which, by the way, is not boring. I don't care who you are.
It's actually rather relaxing, to be honest.
Maybe I should lean into that more.
You'd be amazed how many people actually like those kind of stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, so do I. But I just want to break it up a smidge.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hi, Blue. Welcome, Rain Fanatics. Come Rain Fanatics. Yeah, I might start a whole new Come Rain podcast.
Be interesting.
Yep, very small audience for that.
Probably.
Probably. But I'm excited because it is a AA developed game for a major franchise. It's not a gaming franchise so much. That is about all I'll say.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to it for a very long time. Alex Hot Tub ASMR mic licking, you know it. And you know what? If fucking somebody wants to drive up a fucking dump truck full of money to my house, I will do that. I will rub this chest hair with fucking ranch if y'all want that.
Jeez.
Whatever. Look how cute my hair is. Look, I dyed my hair again.
Cool.
Really
Very cool.
Yep.
Little hard to see with the background being the same color as your hair, but
agreed. But I kind of don't. I did it, not to. Oh, do you want to see the funniest part about it?
okay.
So I started dyeing my hair again, and I realized that this is like months and months and months that I've been doing this, and I just keep fucking having to do it again every 2 weeks. Mad annoying. So I bought something very funny that I'd like to show you right now.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
I'm intrigued. What could it have been?
Bought my very first shower cap. I bought my very first shower cap. So that way the hair doesn't get fucking colored, losing it so quickly. As you'll notice, it has a sweet tropical kind of thing going on, which is great. The girl who was there, who was helping me, she was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, shower cap. I was also getting fucking coloring and all this bullshit. And she goes, do you have ready for cum rain? That's exactly right, Blue. Um, protect thy scalp. That might be my new fucking catchphrase. Um, she was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, something that the Golden Girls would wear, particularly like a Blanche kind of thing. Devereaux, if you're confused. And she kind of like laughed, and I was like, yeah, I know all their names. So yeah, I have the Blanche Devereaux shower cap.
Hey, yeah, it works. It works.
Oh, that's really the best I get out of you? Aaron was like in hysterics.
You know, I'm very kind of like low key, so
You are. You are.
um,
But
al-
anyways,
yeah. Also, one thing I meant to show off, like a week or 2 weeks, at least 3 weeks ago now,
Mhm.
is the shirt.
Oh, nice.
The fundraiser that I did back in May for
Mhm.
St. Jude. Yeah, because apparently I had raised like over $200.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
So
great. Congratulations, by the way. That's awesome.
thank you, thank you.
It was nice of them to do that too.
Honestly, I kind of look at it as a thank you from them, but it's also like they didn't have to do that.
Mhm.
So I like literally them just saying thank you would have been enough for me, to be honest.
Right.
So
Right. But that is nice of them.
yeah, yeah.
Frankly. Protect Thyself Scalp is the lesser known Wu Tang moniker. Just, to usually protect your neck.
Yeah.
Actually, as they get older, it's going to be Protect Thy Scalp.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say, is that like the title of your sex tape, your lesser known
Thy
sex
Scalp.
tape? Protect thy scalp.
No, I don't know. I feel like I might be opening weird doors if I do that. So since we
Hey,
were just
someone could be
opening-
into it.
I'm sure there are. Like, since we're opening the doors about, charity and stuff, would you what?
Savage just said in chat, "Why did Cool dress up like Donald Trump?"
Oh, because of the fucking hairnet thing.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, weird. That was not the look I was going for. I might have to burn that thing now. So since we were just talking convention-y things, oh, look at that little boy doing
Aw,
it. I've gotten into like making my bed recently. It's so weird to be like 40 and now I'm into making my bed, but I think that's just something that happens as you get older.
that is weird.
It is. But anyways, so let's talk a little bit of awesome games done quick. AGGQ.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you knew, but this year was supposed to be here in Florida in person,
Mm-hmm.
and ADGDQ decided, nah, we're not doing that because they want to stay digital. So this whatever, I guess in a month, it's going to be digital again. But I just wanted to talk about this in particular because I live in Florida currently, and I think it was actually supposed to be in Orlando.
Yep.
Because Orlando.
Mhm.
That would have been awesome. I would have been a big fan of that. I would
Mhm.
definitely would have gone. But this was a statement that they gave. Given the state's continued disregard for COVID-19's dangers, including the anti-mandate policy and increased aggression towards LGBTQ individuals,
Mhm.
including the law colloquially known as "Don't Say Gay," which is lame.
Yep.
We don't believe it's a safe place for our community.
Yep.
I completely agree with them.
Oh yeah.
Like that's lame. Like that this is happening. But come on, man, Florida, kind of a bag of shit. Like right now,
Yeah.
DeSantis sucks. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
And I also just wanted to bring this up because of this one particular point that kind of annoyed me. Florida state's government recently threatened to fine the Special Olympics $27.5 million if the event didn't drop its vaccine mandate. like, dude, I think it's funny when people like talk shit about how like fucking gross and white trash Florida is, like, which I completely agree with. Like, I've lived here for,
Right.
almost 15 years. But that is the shit that I'm actually like ashamed of.
Oh yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's the shit where I'm like, oh come on! Like you're gonna find the Special Olympics $27 million. so that they don't, dude, it's their event. What do you care?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck you, Florida.
Yeah, and realistically, not trying to get too political here. It is entirely the right wing that's driving all this, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Um, and like you said, the simple fact that they went to the Special Olympics and were like, "We're going to find you $27 million
Million.
if you don't drop the vaccine mandate." That's just like, do you realize you've now just made an infinite amount of enemies by stating that?
It's the douchiest thing you could possibly
Oh
fucking
yeah.
blue.
Oh yeah.
Oof, Florida. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Like, I legitimately like I do think it's funny that we have, you know, the white trash Florida man image. I genuinely fit into that. Like, that's why I like it here, you know, because I'm a white trash piece of I'm a trash goblin from Binghamton. So
Mm.
I feel comfortable here. But the political sphere here is
Oh.
bad.
Yeah.
It is bad. Like being white trash in New York, I could still be like, whatever, we're a liberal state. Like, you know, we don't even have like you don't even have to vote. I ever since I moved here, I started voting
Wow.
because I have to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, ugh, so
Yeah.
bad. So bad. But seriously, the fucking special fucking Olympics, dude. Seriously.
Apparently, Florida wants to get rid of all business. They just want to have it be a retirement haven, I guess.
No, they want all the business that is tourists and then get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Is what they want.
But at the same point in time, they basically threatened Disney, and Disney's like, fine, pay us the like $3 billion that you owe us for running water, electric, garbage pickup, like all of that. And Florida's still like, we don't have the money.
Then they're gonna put out a hashtag "Don't tread on me." Like, what? They're the worst. Honestly, Florida is probably the second worst state next to Texas. Like, no offense to our Texas boys and girls out there, but like in my mind's eye, Texas is terrible, except for Dallas, Austin, and I know there's a third like very liberal city, but I can't even think of it offhand, which is telling.
Yeah.
But then immediately this far down is Florida. Like,
Yeah.
ugh, bad,
Yeah.
bad. Anyways, but good for ADGQ to stand their ground and say, you know what, fuck you guys then.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. And realistically speaking, I have a feeling it's more a thing of, with Florida effectively being a hostile environment towards the LGBT community, there's probably not enough time for GDQ to find a whole new venue for their marathon,
100%.
which is why they're doing it virtually
Digital.
this upcoming
one. That's still a huge
bunch
of work.
Yeah.
Like real quick.
Oh yeah.
But thankfully over the, like, you know, I guess that's one thing you could say that's like a positive about COVID. These systems have been set in place, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess there's that, but man, goddamn Florida.
Yep.
Like every time when I'm like, oh, it's about as low as we could go, I read an article where they go, we were gonna sue the Special Olympics for 27. Like, if you gave me a week to think of like the most fucked up thing that Florida could do, I don't even know if in a week I could come up with something as fucked up as that. Like,
I guess they're just trying to, like, all of Florida is basically sitting near, well, the political side of Florida is taking like limbo. How low can you go to whole new levels? Unfortunately,
but this is geothermal plant low. This is like in the crust of the earth, and then you put a limbo bar. Like, you've gone through the crust of the earth, and then you put a limbo bar down.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, moving on. I'm also drinking out of an EA mug. I do see the irony.
EA
definitely above Florida.
Kinda has been redeeming themselves. Kinda.
Yeah.
So they're not the absolute shitlords they were.
I mean, they're just the blandest of all the shit flavors, right? like seriously. Like, if I was gonna have to eat diarrhea, I wouldn't want the popsicle that came out of fucking Activision Blizzard. I'd probably want the blandest flavor of poop, and it would be EA. Like,
Well, the
so
Activision
bland it tastes gray.
the
Like,
Activision Blizzard flavor would be including the the Pocky chip after it's gone through people's systems.
yeah, you have to eat it rectally.
Yeah. Oh. Well, our show today just took a giant turn for disgusting, but oh well.
And for really our show, it's just about normal.
True.
That's just
True.
It's still just a straight line, honestly.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's at least go with a somewhat smart. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with a up note here.
Okay.
This is one that when I first caught wind of it, I was just kind of like, huh? But I went and checked it out a little bit more. On eBay, I know a site that like no one's heard of for years now.
Mhm.
There is a French user who is selling his collection of consoles. All 2,400 of them. Now, before you're like, oh my gosh, how many consoles? Well, obviously 2,400.
On consoles.
But it's like, okay, there's the Halo ODST, the Halo 3, the like all these variants of the same like Xbox 360 and N64s, and there are like tons and tons and tons of repeat generation of consoles, but it's a huge collection of them. And
what's his name?
I can just give you a link to the eBay or
yeah. I just wanted to look at it real quick.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, there. Let's share that too. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. 13 months. Hell yeah, you love to see it. Welcome to Chug Club yet again. 13 months. You love to see it.
Why did... Okay, that's funny. Twitch just said, are you sure you want to post this link in your chat? Twitch, I'm the goddamn streamer. I know what I'm posting in my chat. Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, so 2,200 actually. It's 2,200, not 2,400.
Yeah. Sorry.
It is also 800 or 984,000 euros.
Mm-hmm.
Euros.
Yeah, it's over $1 million.
Let's just see what that translates to USD, just out of sheer curiosity.
And just looking at some of these, most of these also have boxes too.
You know what's crazy?
Huh.
That's way close. So the euro is super close to the USD.
Yep.
So it's actually the euro is what did you say? 800 or goddamn fucking dyslexia. $984,000 is actually $9,081,000 in USD. So it's actually like almost
almost a 1-to-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay, that's a huge amount of months, but this is also in a bundle. Like, how many people do you think you could even get in? Like, this would have to be a multi-millionaire.
Oh yeah, easily.
Doesn't have consoles and just wants to buy. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, who are you trying to sell this to almost?
See, that's the thing that I thought of too, is like, okay, who's the target to sell this to? But then thinking about it some, it's like, oh wait, remember that article that you brought up about a month and a half ago now about the group that was archiving all the Nintendo or Super Nintendo, I forget which generation it was, but they finally archived all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that they probably have a cool million to just throw, but I mean, for archival purposes,
I mean, dude, there is some shit. Like I'm literally just hovering over this picture,
Oh yeah.
He has, well, they have some crazy shit in here.
Oh yeah.
Some of it is open. I mean, most of it is opened, but dude, this is kind of nuts. Every picture that I'm hovering over, Microvision.
There's an Ouya.
I feel like the Ouya should just come. Actually, it should be like 100. What was the launch price for that game? $190. It should be.
Who
It should be
knows?
$190 less because of the Ouya.
There's also some speaking spells I see.
Cydia, PSP, like so many PSPs in this one.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh my god, the PSPs take up fucking 2 fucking shelves. Holy shit. I mean, this is interesting. Like, if you're interested, you should go. Oh my god, there was a Mercenaries 2 360? I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto Lost ones, so not even the actual base game, but like the DLC had one.
Yep.
I mean, I think again, what this comes down to is like, seriously, who the fuck are you trying to get to buy this? Turbo Graphics, I guess Alex Quino.
There's
I
even
love
the
TurboGrafx.
Turbo Express in there too.
Is there really?
The handheld, yeah. It's in the one, two, three, four,
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it.
sixth photo.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. I mean, honestly, okay. Yep, there it is. Eh, I, okay, how long does this have? Let's stop looking at it. Okay, okay, so that's how this. Mm,
I wish I could just tell Google, translate the whole damn page for me, please.
yeah, but unfortunately, because it's French, it is not. That's interesting because I don't even see a date here for when it's supposed to come up. Huh, interesting. Um, yeah, it just like this is crazy because what do you do with a collection like this? And think about the amount of time and obviously
Mm-hmm.
kickity kizash um that went into collecting this.
Yep.
Like who are you what is your target audience here?
Who
There is
knows?
some really cool shit
Oh
though.
God, yeah. I mean, as far as some of the lesser known stuff, I see some N gauges in here. There's a
I see
Lynx.
an I see an e-reader for the fucking Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
That is definitely a little hard to come by nowadays.
Virtual Boys.
Yeah,
In case
honestly,
anyone wants to give themselves a migraine.
yeah, honestly, I'm glad we did this early because I actually I wish Paul was here now because I already want to talk about like we could have done an entire show
On
based on
this.
this,
Yeah.
like and these 6 pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
And
Yeah,
then there's
we're gonna.
other stuff in here that's like, what is this even to?
I
Because
don't
they're
know, but
like Shuttle PC Engine.
PC Engine is the TurboGrafx for Europe.
Oh, okay.
That is, and actually, I think Japan too. I think that was the title of the TurboGrafx in Japan
Okay.
as well.
I did not know that.
I know a lot about the fucking worthless amazingness that is TurboGrafx. Also, just looking at the page again, there is 21, almost 2,200 people looking at this.
Mhm.
So there's 2,200 people at least watching, but how many of those people are going to be maybe even just like people who are reporters and news sites
Yeah.
to see where this goes? So let's maybe pick 10% of that. Okay. So then there are 2,000 people roughly checking this out. Like,
Yep.
eh, I mean, and everything does look in really good condition.
Oh yeah.
Let's also say that. Like legitimately a lot of these things like the box and these are all in box.
Mhm.
Well, for the most part, let's not go
Yeah.
crazy, but most of these are in boxes. Um yeah, like, a lot of it is handhelds though. Now I'm actually like literally scouring this bastard
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of thinking a lot of the handhelds.
are filling up a lot of the space. I mean shit, he's got 3 links in this one photo in the bottom right hand corner. He's got 3 links handhelds.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
so that's all 3 versions that they made.
Hmm.
But again, I keep saying he like that. I don't know.
I think it is a
They,
he. I think it is
yeah.
a he. because the
Like,
article I
again,
picked it up from.
It doesn't fucking matter. But,
Right.
Like, I mean, a lot of this shit. And again, how do you sell 2,200 fucking goddamn things and you only put 6 pictures up? To be frank.
Is that the? Oh wait, no. There's more. There's actually a down arrow at the very bottom. You can scroll down for
8.
a couple more
There's
photos.
8.
Yeah.
There's 8. Okay. Yeah. See, I kind of would love to talk about this for like the next 9 hours. he's got 2 N64s with gold. No, 3 GoldenEye 60. Yeah, see, this is gonna be the most uninteresting podcast of all time. But like, I literally could talk about this for 9 hours.
Oh yeah. The thing I find
a U-Force in here, not a console.
Oh my god, a U-Force! Holy crap!
Yep. First, second picture, top left corner. He also has a power pad.
Oh yeah.
A Super Scope. Twin Famicom. That's cool.
Yep.
I mean, there's some hype shit here. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
I probably should have been streaming this while I was fucking doing this. To be honest, Tales of Symphonia Edition, GameCube. There's some hype shit here.
Yeah. The one thing I will say though is a lot of this is looking like 8-bit Nintendo generation and forward. There's nothing prior. It looks like.
Yeah. Which is weird because I was thinking that this was going to be a shit ton of Pong machines.
Yeah.
Because technically they all count as consoles. And dude, in the 70s and like early 80s, Sears has a Pong console.
Yep.
Montgomery Ward's had a Pong console. So that was kind of what my brain went to. But again, 2200, I guess that's still a boatload of shit, to be frank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was kind of expecting the same thing. Yeah, it's interesting, man.
Because I mean, when I first saw this and started scouring through these images, I was like, okay, where's the Intellivision? Where's the Atari?
Right.
I don't think there is one.
Yeah,
That, or if there is, he doesn't have it in box.
That's fair. And I think that's like a big draw of this. But again, it's also a big negative for people who are going to buy it.
Yep.
Think about how much space this is going to fucking take up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know?
Let alone how much it's going to cost for shipping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming in the almost $1 million that you're getting shipping for free. Like,
one would hope.
If not, yeah, like, Paul was just looking through, and he just said, yeah, that's a lot of cool shit. There is a lot of cool shit.
Oh yeah,
like honest to God, we would like if there was 3 of us and we were talking about this right now, we could be filling the dead air the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
With you and I, like just fucking kind of going who, like, but yeah, it's really interesting. Good fucking find.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to go back to it like super crazily, but like, who are you selling this to? Like, who are you selling this to? Like, yeah. Well, it's certainly not.
It's very valid. What the heck is that?
I haven't seen a console collection like this since the Nerd Room. No, I've definitely seen a collection bigger than this. I mean, even Heavy Metal Jesus, his collection is ridiculous. Pat Contry, NES Punk. That's Pat Contry. He's got a ridiculous fucking house tour. Then there's those dudes who are doing it as a museum factor. But you're right. This is a crazy big collection.
Yes.
That was savage. And I'll say this. I don't know if I've seen a collection this nicely kept together because, dude, they're all in box. They're in box. Like, you can find any of this shit, right? Like, but Nicholas, can you show your fucking gob? Thank you. I love you. I'm on stream. Fuck. I love him, but this is because it's all in box. It does make it even more like, whoa, when are you gonna see this again?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And it's all consoles. Like, usually people collect games.
Yeah.
Not the consoles.
He does say that there are some games for the consoles too, but he doesn't like have those on display in the photos at least. So interesting. The one thing I find
99% says consoles. because I did
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, but when you're talking 2200 consoles, it's like, okay, 1% is not consoles, so it's accessories and games.
Right.
So
Right.
that's
Um,
still a decent chunk.
and again, like there are some neat accessories in here. Like,
Yes.
and again, I really could go on and on about this, but
Yeah.
um, I mean, shit, we just literally saw U4s.
Yeah, yeah. I've
You
like
know,
the only time I've seen those was in no, I actually did see one in person at Toys R Us before.
oh, way back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day.
That's cool.
The other thing I
Um,
find interesting on the 8th photo, so before you scroll it down to see the extra photos there,
mhm.
if you look in the kind of left side in the middle, there's a brown box standing upright.
Next to the game's version.
Yeah, that looks
Yep.
like it's still in shrink wrap.
Yeah, it is. There's a couple in here that are still
Yeah,
in shrink wrap. Um, yeah, there's a couple that are in here
that
still in shrink wrap.
yeah,
I
but
don't know what that is though.
that's the thing is it's like
Also, Gamescom, you could not pay me. Well, you could as a lark. You could pay me like $40 to take that piece of shit off of you, but yeah. Uh like and like there God, yeah, I really want to scour this fucking thing.
oh yeah.
Um yeah, there is some really okay. All right, same picture, middle of the frame, dead set in the middle, on the bottom. Just go dead set in the middle and then go to the bottom. He's
Mhm.
got fucking multiple N gauges.
Yep.
Do you even remember the N gauge?
Yeah,
It
I
was
do.
a cell phone that was also, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So, you know, some of this isn't exactly S tier shit, but yeah, this is interesting as fuck, honestly. There is some man, so many PSPs, so many fucking 3DSs and DSs too. I
Mhm.
don't know if you noticed that.
Oh yeah.
But again, those are cheaper for the companies to produce. So
Yes.
yeah, of course they're gonna have tons of variations, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, this is really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Man, maybe we should make I don't want to overly like ever make our show into my old podcast, but like part of me wants to do this once Paul gets here and we find some weird nerdy thing and we can all three of us and one of us like streams what we're looking at and we just talk about like collections of stuff. That could be really fun for a segment, just like an occasional
Yeah. Yeah.
segment, you know, when it comes up naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Good find. Really, really good find.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so you know what? Here, I got a fast, easy one that we could talk about.
Sure.
Um, Xbox Elite controllers, Series 2. Uh, super nice. They've been out for a very long time. They do have stick drift for some of them for $180, which is why I've never bought one. But Xbox has a little bit apparently seen their ways, and so they were going to do Xbox Elite Series 2 controllers, and they are releasing a Core Edition for $130. So there are all the parts of the Elite 2 without any of the stuff that you can take on and off. So an Elite
Hmm.
controller, there's like back pedals, there's two different D-pads. There's like that shitty old round one, and there's the traditional cross symbol.
Yeah.
Um, that sounds fun. Cool, awesome. Paul is in for that too.
Okay. Cool.
Um, uh, and thumbsticks, because they have like an outie belly button and an innie belly button that you can just.
Mhm.
So they're making a new version, which is called the White Core Edition, which, by the way, weirdly sounds racist to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. That.
It does. Why would you bring up the color in the name? It just seems weird. Does it
Mhm.
come with a little KKK hood?
Oh God.
Okay, sorry. But so in a way, that's kind of cool because I've known one person who has gotten stick drift on their $180 version, but I've known several that haven't. And they really, really like that controller. I have a first gen one that broke. And I really liked it. I really like the Elite controller. It's very, very nice. And bringing that more into like price point where like a normal person, because if you're like at this point, if you buy an Xbox One or an Xbox One X, whatever for edition, they're already $70.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were kind of playing something a lot that required a little bit more precision or some modifications, this is a good option. The other thing that's cool, um, even though the core edition doesn't come with the modifications, you can buy all the buttons completely separately for another $60.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a little rough.
yeah.
So if you don't, so $180, you get everything. You buy the core, 130, and then 60 more dollars, you get all the buttons, which means what? You paid 10 more dollars
Yeah. That's
to get the buttons and the core edition. Little shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little shitty. But at least that does mean that the Elite 2 controllers are, because it is, dude, honestly, I gotta tell you, it's a great controller. Like if you play even a lot of PC games and you use a 360 controller or whatever, an Xbox controller, I would still put my Alex Quino stamp on it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I've been using a 360 controller for the longest time until the dead zone it didn't have stick drift per se, but the dead zone on it just kept expanding bigger
That
and
is
bigger.
still that is a form of it. But
Yeah. So I just got the $70 one, and I love it. It's great.
I mean, it's, dude, honestly, like overall, I still think that the Xbox has honestly probably, I could say since the 360 has had my favorite controllers. The reason that I have pro controllers for the Switch is because that is a one-to-one copy
Yeah.
of the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
I think that it's perfectly suited. And now I don't have gigantic man mitts. I have little tiny hands. So I know some people think that they're a little small, but it fits mine perfectly. And I love where the analog sticks sit for an Xbox controller. They're not here like a PlayStation. They're here. Series X controllers are probably my favorite PC controller. Yeah. Completely agree. Completely agree. It's just they're just lovely controllers. You can pick them up anytime. It feels fine. I never like the fucking Joy-Cons, even when you slide them in that fucking thing, it feels like I'm playing like a DS Micro.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
But, so if anyone's interested, there is now an Xbox Elite Series 2 for $130. It goes on sale September 21st.
Okay, interesting. Don't know I will, well, actually, no, I probably won't, just because mine works perfectly fine still.
Yeah, I probably won't right this second either, but the moment this bastard breaks, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And especially because, like, I don't play fighting games. I don't need my D-pad that much. Because and this is the other thing that was weird. The core version, it looked like the D-pad that came with the core version was the circle. Who the fuck would ask for that? Put the
no
fucking
kidding.
D-pad, like the cross.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's just nuts.
That's just insane. Like, that's insane. Maybe that's why they did it, though. Because then $60 more if they want to fucking replace shit.
True.
I gotta take a slash.
Alrighty.
You start something.
Okay. Okay, wow, well, where do we wind up going? You know what, let's do an update for this one. Some of you who have been coming around for a while know that there has been some recent quote-unquote controversies with a certain developer, goes by the name of Dolphin Barn Inc. The game that partially has this controversy surrounding it is Domina. It is a Roman gladiatory sim management kind of thing. Well, it's been delisted. Steam decided they've had enough of his shit, and they delisted it. Now, before people get up in arms or get defensive of Steam or whatever, one way or another, the reason I think why Steam said, "Hey, we're delisting this game and any other games that you have on our platform," is basically because he would go on, the developer would go on rants, very politically charged rants, and put them in his patch notes for the games. And there's just no place for that in gaming. I'm sorry. Unless you make a game about politics, there's no reason to do political rants in your patch notes.
Oh God, again with this dude?
But here's the nice thing about it. Domina has been delisted by Steam.
Oh, good.
Steam
Good.
said, "We've had enough of your shit. Bye-bye."
Good. Fuck 'em.
I think the user has also been kicked off Steam, period, kind of a thing. Like, we don't want your shit here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, here's the only problem with that is again, as a dude who went through that entire process, you could do that in again 45 seconds.
Oh, I know. The thing I find really funny about this is Dolphin Barnes' counter is Gabe Newell, quote, "Gabe Newell doesn't seem to care that I brought him $1 million of revenue to the table, while his moderation team and VPs have already cost him millions in payroll." It's like, okay, so you brought him $1 million. If you're lucky.
No. Okay. So first of all,
Oh,
I can tell you for a fact what the numbers are. The numbers are Steam takes 30%.
Yeah.
This dude did not sell so many copies of that game that 30% of those number of copies sold equaled $1 million.
Oh, I know.
I'm not going to fucking do it, but I literally could do a breakdown of how many copies that fucking B tier ass game would fucking sell. Like, there's no way. He brought him $1 million. Okay, cool, dude. Okay, yeah. You know what? We're gonna build a wall and we're gonna make Mexico pay for it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this seems like boisterous shit from a person who has a tiny wiener and a big truck.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yep. Basically, he would have had to sell 166,667 copies of the game. I guarantee you, he did not even sell 1,000.
No, I guarantee he probably sold more than 1,000. He probably sold in the range of 10 to 20. 10 and 20. Because, dude, I didn't hear anything about that game until of all this controversy. Although, now here's this is where we step into the territory of there's no way a homophobic pizzeria gets an anonymous $1 million donation. You know what? I guess maybe that could have happened. That 166,000 shitlord people, because people are fucking awful, saw this dude's horrible bullshit and was like, yeah, some other QAnon bullshit that I can fucking flock to. I still doubt it. I want to doubt it. I want to doubt it. But, yeah, oh, God. Fucking people.
Oh, yeah. I personally just find it funny, though, that he's sitting here saying that Gabe's missing out on this, like, massive moneymaker.
You're the next Ubisoft. Yeah, I get it.
And it's like, dude, you do realize that on the Steam platform, there's things like, oh, I don't know, Destiny 2. Oh, look, new expansion. Boom, just everyone flocks to it. It's like,
yeah,
dude, you're not bringing in diddly shit to Steam.
This is a small fish in a huge pond situation.
Oh, yeah.
The guy got some money and just thinks that, like, his shit doesn't.
He thinks he's the biggest thing out there, and it's like, no, you're
biggest
not.
cock, right? Biggest cock on the fucking walk.
Yeah.
Like, no, not so much. All right. So, do you want to talk something kind of crazy?
Do I have to get a tinfoil hat first?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's more like crazy because of like the way that this all kind of came about.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you saw anything about Battlefield. What are we at? 1942 or what the fuck the newest one is?
Who
2028
knows?
37-4. The future piece of shit one. The one that just dropped last year. Um, was not well received. Came out very bad. Bugs everywhere. Yeah, remember the cars driving up
I
the
was gonna
side?
say, you mean hovercrafts going up buildings was not intended?
I was
Oh,
really hoping that I just heard Aaron out there. Damn it, I don't think I did. Um, so uh uh, with all this fucking horrible negative press, and this was not found by me. This was actually found by my roommate Aaron. He was the one that showed it to me.
hmm.
So um EA announced yesterday that they opened a new studio called Ridgeline Games, and it is going to focus specifically on the narrative side of Battlefield from now on. So, let me put this a little bit in perspective. Do you remember way back in the day when Call of Duty started? Like, okay, it was Infinity Ward, and then it was Treyarch, and then they brought in Sledgehammer Games to helping with the multiplayer. And
Hmm.
then eventually, after like 2-3 years, Sledgehammer got their own first game that they were completely like in charge of.
Yep.
This is kind of what it's looking like. Dice has made Battlefield since time immemorium. Um, so interestingly, uh, they're opening a new studio. I think in a lot of ways, this is a good thing. It alleviates some pressure from Dice. Maybe they can switch to the, and this is not praising of COD by any scope of the imagination, but
Thank you.
the bigger cycle time does help individual titles, right?
Hmm.
If you like, because originally it was Treyarch, and so they had 2-year development times on and off, and then they brought Sledgehammer in, and then it was 3 years development time. Not that it fucking helped, but at the very least, there's more voices being brought to the table, that kind of thing. Um, so it's interesting to see EA do this, especially with the track record of EA either buying companies or opening new companies. They get one, maybe two chances at bat, and then EA's like, "Nah, close them down, put them like absorb them into whatever gray flabby folds that we have, and okay, move on." But I think this is interesting because I like the idea. On paper, this is a good idea. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you said, it gets more people voicing their opinions. Kind of the opposite a little bit as far as like the whole more cooks in the kitchen kind of a thing.
No, it's not, because this is less cooks. If this is one studio that is focusing entirely on the narrative, so they take the first person shooter or the first player experience, the single player shit,
Hmm.
and that's what they do.
Yeah.
And if Dice then can, because clearly it takes 9,000 people to fucking try to get anything right on their goddamn multiplayer, and splitting their focus in any way, shape, or form is a fucking negative, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, so it's probably a good thing to be like, okay, look, this studio just makes the single player experience for now. That's what we do, right? Like, that's what they do. Then the main focus of Dice, because really, like, at the end of the day, dude, what do Battlefield players care about?
Yeah. Exactly.
Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Multiplayer is generally the answer, right? Just like COD players.
Oh
Like, they
yeah.
don't give a fuck about them like single player experience. But if you started giving outsiders, myself included, a single player narrative experience that was unique and well told, with characters and a fucking not just macho racist America attitude, maybe more people would come in for the single player experience.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a good thing. Um and maybe the multiplayer would be balanced and not broken. That'd be sweet. Um
You might be hoping for too much there, but
Clearly a 500 person studio can't fucking goddamn do this. Anyways, I just want to say, like, that's cool, and I really hope Ridgeline Games the best of luck.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a huge task. Even just
Oh yeah.
controlling the single player, right?
Yep.
You gotta make something compelling and not buggy, and um, but that could be a really good look.
Mhm.
That could be a really good look for the studios in general.
Oh yeah.
Um, maybe, dude, what my mom used to say this all the time. I still think about it all the time. Many hands makes light work.
Mhm.
But there is the point where that intersects what we were just talking about earlier, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're only doing the narrative, the single player narrative, and you're only doing the multiplayer, it it could be better for both if done well.
Yes. That's the caveat. If
Mhm.
done well is the thing.
Sure, sure.
Um,
I agree.
because there have been numerous companies that have said, okay, you're working on this part, you're working on this part, go to work, do your stuff, and then it's released and it's like, wow, this isn't even a polished turd on a silver platter. Ooh.
I agree, but there are like, and again, I won't say that I love Sledgehammer's single player narrative, but they worked really hard
Yes.
on just multiplayer for several years, and it was good. Like all the multiplayer stuff they did ended up being good, and then they got the opportunity to make a single player narrative. And it
Mhm.
was fine. It wasn't good, but it was fine.
Oh yeah.
Like, so I don't know. Like I would rather, but again, this is me, not the owner of $1 million fucking company, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
this is me. But I think it's cool. I think we should give everybody a chance at bat. I hope that they. I couldn't figure out where the studio was located. I actually Googled it, but they've literally just opened. There's no page for them yet.
Oh wow.
So I'm interested to see what they do.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. But yeah, like you said, wish them best of luck.
Yep.
Hopefully they at least get a base hit to
You
be
get a
able
you get a
to.
you get a 70 on your first fucking narrative. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, not everything has to be hundreds.
yeah. Alrighty. Speaking of games that have effectively fallen flat on their face,
Oh no.
literally out of the gate.
Yep, and I already have this one too. Go ahead.
Well, you stole GDQ from me,
Aha.
so Babylon's Fall. Yeah, the game that, yeah, you guys don't even remember
I
it, and
Googled it. I
yeah,
had to Google it.
yeah,
I had to Google it.
yeah. I mean, it's like, huh? What game? Yeah, don't bother like rushing out to pick it up or anything because Square Enix is pulling the plug on it as of February 27th. It didn't even last a year.
Yeah, it launched on the 26th of March or something like that
Yep.
of this year.
Hmm.
Um, the thing that I wanted to talk about here, it was not Square Enix that made this game. It was Platinum.
True. True. Sorry.
Platinum Games.
Platinum Games made it.
Platinum Games.
Square Enix was the publisher for it.
Hmm. Which, by the way, man, who is fucking publishing? Who is choosing publishing at Square Enix? I feel like if I threw any random
Mm.
shit at the wall, they'd be like, "Yeah, totally." Anyways, um, so it's a looter shooter, faux Destiny kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is really what it is. Um, I'm legitimately not joking. I had to look it up. I
Mhm.
forgot. We reported on it twice,
Oh
actually.
yeah.
In fact, before this.
Yep.
And I still actually look it up on Google. I was like, which one? Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Um, they are busy. That is true. Um, the thing that really fucking chaps my ass about this one is, dude, it's Platinum Games. Why was this such a boring snore fest?
Mm.
Like, I'm assuming because you get publishing rights and they have more leeway or whatever. But like, Platinum is known for high octane, Bayonetta, for fucking what was the rad one that I love? Vanquished, Ninja Blade. Oh no, it's Koei Tecmo. Like they're known for these Beautiful Joe. There's no one.
Yep.
They're just known for these high octane action adventure smash 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 and make it look spectacle fighters kind of things.
Right.
Um, what the fuck was like? Whose plan was this? Was this actually on like you know a demo that was cut and then give to fucking Square Enix and they were like, yeah, just take a bunch of money and go, or was this on Platinum just going like, oh, we just kind of got a contract and okay, we'll just go make this. That is some bland, terrible garbage that it didn't even get to legitimately 365 days.
Yeah. Um, Part of my rationale as to why the plug is being pulled already is when you look at the game itself, it looks like it has like late PS2 era graphics, maybe PS3, somewhere in there. It's nothing like eye popping compared to modern time graphics. So a lot of people there are like that go get games for the graphics could be like, why am I supposed to pay $60 for this? Because again, this was a full part price game.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, on top of it, what advertising did it have?
Oh, zero,
Yeah. So
zero.
when it launched at 1,000 players globally on Steam,
Right.
it's like, hey, here's this game no one cares about, so don't care about it. And it's like, well, you need advertising to get people into your game. I mean, even if it's just, hey, we'll give a few free copies to
Sure
streamers.
they did. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, yeah, but at the same point in time, it's like if you gave it to streamers that are like, oh, hey, I streamed to nobody. Yay, I got this free copy of a game. I'm going to play it, and no one's going to see it. It's kind of like, uh, did you really do
Also,
any
if you guys are out
advertising?
there and you're trying to give away codes, you should give them to us.
I did actually enter a giveaway for a copy of Dome Keeper, I think is what it was.
So my thought is this. You know what this so I Googled fucking Babylon's Fall,
Mm-hmm.
and the first thing that I thought of when I saw the cover art was I was like, wait, no, was this called no, I thought this was Outriders box art.
Oh,
Ooh,
ooh.
yeesh. Like, sheesh. That's bad. Like, I literally could not identify one from the other, which is funny because Outriders is definitely way more anime with a capital A. But, like, literally looking at the fucking promotional stuff, dude, this is cheap fucking Destiny Japan version ripoffs. And by the way, that is not a fucking big up for fucking Destiny. That's just saying you guys came out first.
Yeah.
It all looks generic. It's generic dudes in generic armor fighting generic enemies in a generic fucking war torn post apocalypse.
Yep. Yep.
Like, dude, I don't care. Like, dude, like, and that's so emblematic of what is wrong with the AAA industry at this point is that it
Mhm.
doesn't fucking matter. It all bleeds into the same cucking thing. Like, and that is so bad, dude. Like,
Oh
it's
god.
just, it's become a gray mass of stuff. We have learned that people like first person shooters or third person shooters that
Mhm.
are live services that will have seasons that we will introduce new content. Oh my god, dude, that numbs my dick. Like the way that like if 200 screaming fat orcs were running at it, I'd be like, oh, I can't even feel my wiener right now. This is just bad. Like, it's just bad.
Mhm.
Like, I'd rather suck start a fucking shotgun than have to play any of this fucking live service tosh that has fucking happened over the last couple of years. I get it. And Will and I were talking about this today. We walked to the gas station before we did this. At this point, so before it was the loot box thing, right?
Yep.
Obviously terrible,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And then this last couple of years has been this live service movement. If we just get people to come in the door. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything. We just promise content down the road. We don't even have to make it yet. We can just say words. And if things don't work out, we just go, oh, well, turn it off. Like, this is the death of originality. This is literally
Oh,
them
yeah.
just trying to get us to ride a fucking hamster wheel to give them money. Like, that's
Mhm.
insane. That's insane. Like, what the fuck? How have we come to this point in video gaming, a medium that used to be about creativity and artistic fucking vision, and now it's literally just get them. It's Farmville.
Yeah.
This is new school version of Farmville.
Yep. Yep. Very much so. As far as like the play style of Babylon's Fall, the closest game I can relate it to would be God's Fall.
Does anyone out there remember God's Fall?
That's the thing.
That's a problem.
And if you can't remember God's Fall, probably the next closest I would say would be Warframe if you stripped out the firearms, so just melee.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Because apparently Babylon's Fall is just like medieval melee weapons for a thing. So it's like, okay, this isn't that impressive. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go away now.
And your generic fucking robot ass fucking goddamn dude, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of sick of the personalized Mjolnir armor, Destiny armor. Pick a game.
Yep.
I am sick and tired of seeing it. It is unoriginal. I don't care what spin. Warframe, even when Warframe came out, and I know that like Warframe. Hold on, my fucking dog is killing me right now. I think he has to go outside. Oh, and I tilted the camera. But like that, like aesthetic, Destiny, fucking Anthem. I'm just over it, man. Can we just like do something else, especially in a bloated, boring genre in and of itself?
Yeah.
This is becoming like mech shit in the late 90s in anime. It all looks the same. It all basically plays the same. I don't fucking care. Like, all right, seriously, I have to go take him out. I'm sorry. You can go fucking. I'll be right back. I won't.
Okay.
I'll let him out and then I'll come back.
Alrighty.
Damn, dude. So annoying, dude.
Yes. And Alex is absolutely right. I mean, a lot of these big AAA title games are now getting to the point where it's like, oh, cool, fine. So you just remade this or reskinned this other game by your competitor. Whoopie doo. I mean, there's nothing original or exciting there, is the thing.
No, nothing. Like nothing. And you putting a helmet with 3 lights on it or horns on it isn't making it any better.
Yeah.
Like this is literally slag shit at this point. This is just generic. Here's the fucking goddamn like line, and it's just running off turds into the same goddamn cup.
Yep.
Like, so frustrating.
Oh yeah.
It is 100%. Paul just said it's all in the indie space. Like it 100% is. And I will also say this: let's not fucking. I don't want to suck so much indie dick that like fucking I look like a liar because even I am in the indie space. Indie space has got a shit ton of the exact same thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It does.
Like somebody comes out with something, and then how many Flappy Birds came out after Flappy Birds? There was just a reskin.
Oh yeah.
Like this happens there too. But because the initial price point to get into indie development is so much lower, you can afford to take more risks. Like, and at this point, the live service industry is becoming seriously Farmville. Like, they just want you there more and more. They don't give a shit. They'll just put out some goddamn bullshit, and whoever there's gonna be some piggies that are gonna in the trough, and that's it. Like, oh god, it's so frustrating, dude.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Okay, super funny. And the occasional AAA exceptions like FromSoft games. And I still think that even that, maybe not every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Will and I legitimately were having this conversation while we were walking, well, to me, to get cigarettes. It's so, and then there's dudes like Lucas Pope, who is making really weird shit. like Papers, Please. And then his
Mhm.
next title is The Return of the Obra Dinn. But that's not for everybody. And that's the problem. If you are putting in, I'm just going to pick a number, $20 million to make a video game, you have to make it as broad as possible to make it appealing,
Yep.
right? To get back at the very least that $20 million. It's like it's becoming the film industry.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Um, God, that's so frustrating, man. Like it is so frustrating. Yeah,
Yep.
sorry. Oh, man,
No,
wow,
no,
dude,
no.
that just that struck the Alex Quino indie thing again.
Oh yeah, I know, dude. I know.
Sorry.
And see, that's the thing, though, is if we don't talk about this, then we're literally just as guilty as
Right.
the companies that are sitting here doing
We're
this. Because
perpetuating the
yes,
system.
yes, that's actually what I was going to say. Is we are perpetuating it by just letting them crap all over the industry.
Yep. And by the way, I already know automatically what I'm going to talk about next because that was the third thing. I would like to talk about this Ubisoft presentation. Ha ha ha. Let's have this fucking conversation. Dude, this is like oh man. This kind of shit is like one of my favorite things to talk about with you guys. But it also really does make me like seem like a fucking knob. I say this as I'm playing the Harvestella demo. Okay, cool. Enjoy. Another farm game. Anyways, so the Ubisoft presentation. 5 new Assassin's Creed titles announced.
Pardon me, I'm just going to go hit my head against my desk here for you.
5 new. So let me see. Hey, Aaron, did the dog come back in? Can you just watch and see when the dog comes back in? Thank you, appreciate you. Also, we're talking about the new Assassin's Creed titles, and there was a little teeny dripper more information, so I know a little bit more about each individual one now. Yep, it's all dog shit.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So,
Yeah.
Ubisoft presentation, 5 new Assassin's Creed titles, which by the way, I'm just gonna start this out here because this is the exact way that I had the conversation with Aaron the other day. It's really funny to me that they put that series to bed like 3 years ago, and they were like, oh, we need to like figure out like where Assassin's Creed's going wrong, so we're gonna take 1 year off. Like that almost had like a modicum of like self-awareness.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Did you close the door? Cool, thank you.
Ass Creed
and
forever. Yeah.
I mean, it's a line graph, and the paper is about to run out, and Ubisoft is just standing with another piece of paper and a stapler.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, here's the new 5 titles. I'm just gonna name them out real quick, and then we're gonna talk about them individually. So, Assassin's Creed Mirage was confirmed to be the next mainline release. Don't really know what that means, but okay, cool. It's got a new dude who you're like going into the memories of. He looks an awful lot like not Desmond, but who's the dude from 2?
Ezio.
Ezio. He looked a lot like Ezio.
Oh, goody. So they're bringing him
like
back.
They're not, but they are.
Yeah.
Codename Jade, which is an open world RPG for mobile set in China. We'll come back to that. That was a very few amount of words, but man, that's a lot of words. Next, 2 HD games in development, codenamed Red, will be set in feudal Japan. So basically, like, do you remember the Assassin's Creed India and China, the 2D platformer ones?
No, not really, because I've played the part of the first one and I've not touched the franchise since.
I played 1 and 2. I beat them both. I didn't play Russia because it just didn't look like it brought anything to the table. I had a joke there, but it's really inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Codename Hex is the second one. Although they literally said nothing about it. Cool. All right, fantastic. And also not Hex, Hex, Hexe, because they're each kind of alluding to something. I don't know what that means. Like maybe it's in the Animus or something. Is kind of what my brain went to.
Okay.
Anyway. And then Assassin's Creed Infinity. It is not a game. It is actually a platform that will allow fans to access both past and future games, with the series' present day meta story now planned to be delivered through this hub. The company is also exploring the potential for a standalone multiplayer games through Infinity.
I feel like they need to rename Infinity to be Ass Cream Forever, because they're literally just gonna keep shitting out stuff.
It feels like, do you remember like a while ago when was it Halo that was trying to do that hub game, or even Battlefield? Actually, even the new Battlefield. Hey, Aaron, the new Battlefield, what was the name of that fucking mode where you could play old maps and shit? The multiplayer mode where you could play old fucking maps and shit? Portal. Battlefield Portal. The reason is the fucking Assassin's Creed Infinity. Uh so it's not a game, it's gonna be a hub thing, the exact same thing.
Hmm.
Right. No, I think that's more of like a just it's gonna be like their own game launcher type thing.
Right.
Play
Literally,
games.
this is the statement that came out. It is not a game. Instead, it is a platform that will allow fans to access both past and future games, with the series' present day meta story now planned to be delivered through this hub. The company is also exploring potential for standalone multiplayer games through Infinity.
But I think that's it's like their own game launcher to play all the old games.
But Ubisoft is already fucking moving away from their like actual launcher. So like they're thinking we could put this on Steam and it will be our
Well,
launcher.
I think what they're implying is what Battlefield to do. Where like when you put in a game disc,
Can you hear this?
the main menu
Kinda.
had on the side had like little options saying you select that, it opened up a separate window
Yes.
and it had all games
Yes.
and you could just select another game from there.
Yes.
So I think
Did that
that's-
work?
Yeah.
It did? No. As in like, did it work for the community? Did they like that?
Yeah, people bet you that's not still there.
Oh wow. All right. Well, I guess there's some hope. So what he was saying was it's basically like a launcher.
Yeah.
The Battlefield one was like a launcher. I mean, I guess that's something, but like, I would rather have heard, dude, we're okay. We're gonna make one that's a, because it is rumored that this Infinity thing is gonna be free to play. Duh, because it's a launcher.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
just
Uplay
make
is
a-
free to play as well, and
Right, and so is
So is
fucking
Steam.
EA. Yeah, so is Origin. But like I like the idea of a free to play multiplayer version, and I like the idea of like trying to split things up. But the fact that they have lost fucking complete and total control of like what the fuck we care about. And by the way, can we also say this was the 14th year of Assassin's Creed? Wouldn't you think you'd hold out? Like classy people would have held out for the 15th anniversary, but um so okay, again, let's go over this again. New one's named Mirage. That is going to be a mainline title. They said that they are going to try to bring it back to what Assassin's Creed used to be. Cool. I appreciate that. Like, because you know what? I don't want numbers. I don't want fucking like ever since like before Odyssey, the one before Odyssey, even I was like, dude, I'm out. So cool. You're trying to reinvigorate the franchise by making it an assassin game about assassinations, not fucking numbers or RPG bullshit.
yep.
Cool. Cool. Codename Jade, open world RPG for mobile?
That to me tells me, hey, for our mainline stuff, we're going back to what we were, but we're not going far because our mobile stuff is going to be everything that we currently have, and we're just going to shit all over it.
And I just like what the like okay, again, like cool. So that's gonna be Odyssey, I guess. Open world RPG for mobile.
Yeah.
Okay, like weird, but I guess fine. Like, but I have a feeling that's not going to do anything for anybody. Who is an Assassin's Creed fan? I am an Assassin's Creed fan, like old Assassin's Creed fan. That does nothing for me. That
Yeah.
doesn't tickle my grundle in any way, shape, or form. You know?
Mhm.
Okay. HD ones, okay, fine. You want to do some more of those fucking Xbox Live Arcade ones, $15, the 2D versions? Okay, doesn't hurt me any. I'll buy probably at the very least the first one um when it's on sale for $5. Okay. I again I did beat China and India. Okay, fine. Cool. Um Infinity is just where I'm like you're like literally starting to lose me because it's sounds like one of these things like Ubisoft does where they kind of don't really know what it's going to be and so they just say a bunch of words and I go, "Cool?" Like
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hey, if we throw enough buzzwords at it, everyone's all of a sudden going to be excited and want to get it. And it's like, no, you're just saying buzzwords. Who the frick cares?
Yep. Yep. I don't know. This was very tone deaf to me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is very tone deaf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, we had a problem because we were oversaturating the market. Let's wait 3 years and then drop a 5 bomb on him. It's like, dude, what are you trying to pick up a kill streak? It's
Yeah,
not helping.
really.
Like, this is not helping. God. Anyways, all right, sorry. I'm done bitching.
Instead of it being like Halo's Killtacular, it'll be Ass-tacular.
Boring sequel. Boring sequel. Boring sequel.
Exactly.
That's it. They don't have anything past that. Ugh. Ugh.
Yep. Tasty?
It was beer and rum, so let's go with yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's you know what? Let's go with some first-person shooter fun. Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
One that I'm kind of saddened by.
Okay.
Splitgate.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. 1047 Games announced they are stopping feature development on Splitgate. They feel that they are bailing water out of a sinking ship.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Understandable, but crazy.
Yeah. It was, honestly, I would say it was a very fresh breath of air into.
I love that game.
Yeah, yeah.
I genuinely love that game.
Oh yeah.
But I stopped playing it after 3 months.
Yeah. But I mean, it was definitely a breath of fresh air into the typical, okay, it's an arena first-person shooter genre.
Now we add portals.
And now we add portals, and then it's like, wait, hold it. You mean I can just shoot a portal behind me and then way over on the other side of the map and just shoot through it?
Yeah. I genuinely had a lot of fun with that game.
Oh god, yeah.
And the mechanics were like Halo, like classic Halo shit.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Man, that sucks. And like, dude, this could be another one of those. Man, maybe you shouldn't have done early access because you got a bunch of money real quick when streamers and everybody like, and this was what now, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should have just done a limited like free demo time or something.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then like, go into full production again because the game's not even technically out. It's still in beta.
Yeah.
And it's been out for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That is problematic. Like, let's not lie, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Oh yeah, it definitely does.
Did they say they were shutting down production for just this title, and that was it, and maybe they were working on something else?
I'm quickly re-looking at the article again because I found it like the day after our last show, so it's been a little bit. Sorry.
That's fair. Yeah, that's interesting because like I really did love the mechanics of it, the speed, the movement, really obviously because of the portals was really, really good. Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think that goes under the case of like, please stop doing like early access, especially that far into early access. If you want to do early access for like 6 months, maybe that's a good thing. But the problem is you're still eating into your profits even when you do that.
Hmm.
You know, because then you still have to produce stuff when the game comes out. Like, I don't know. And again, this is just me. Um, that sucks because Splitgate is good.
Oh God, yeah.
Like the weapons feel good.
Hmm.
Like nothing felt imbalanced. The maps were fucking for the most part good.
Yep.
Man, that's unfortunate. I really hope that studio gets to stay alive.
Oh, I hope so too.
Because that was a quality product.
Yeah. There's in the article I have here, there's nothing mentioning, oh hey, we're stopping production on Splitgate, but there's nothing there's no but kind of a side of the story here. So it's like, yeah. I mean, just
and also using that analogy,
yeah,
like bailing water out of a sinking boat. I'm assuming the boat would be the company, not the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the only title they've made.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't know.
That's unfortunate. Damn. Well, I'll say this. I played Splitgate for 2-3 months. I bought 2 battle passes and a bunch of random skins and shit. So I know it's not on me. I was not one of those people who would put in that much time to a game and not throw it cash. So if you are one of those people, fuck you. Like, no offense. But fuck you. Shit doesn't come out of nowhere. It's not a magic fucking trick. Man, that's really unfortunate because that game is good. There is quality shit there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And you didn't have to be like super pro player at the game to be good or even decent.
I was good and I'm not. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
yeah.
That's so unfortunate, man. And you know what's funny? I remember even like a year ago when I first started playing it, they didn't have ranked,
No.
which a lot of people were bitching about. They had a bunch of modes that nobody was playing. I don't know if it was maybe because of the size of the team, they weren't able to react quick enough to those like player, you know what I'm saying? Like feedback.
Yeah. I do know that they did start rotating in and out playlists.
Yeah.
Like game mode playlists kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So they did, if it was in part due to not enough people playing certain game modes, they did kind of address that.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is more that you wasted a bunch of time on making these playlists more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they did have a bunch. Like,
oh god, yeah.
And like the skull mode was fun with the portals. Skull mode was fun.
Oh god,
you know, you're holding the skull and you can actually like literally get yourself out of trouble with the portals. Like that was fun.
Yep.
But they went too far with a bunch of stuff. It's so fucking shitty, dude. Well, you know, whatever. I guess I just wish them the best. I hope that they can get another title off the ground. Like, I mean, they had a bunch of buzz. Maybe they could go to a couple publishers and be like, hey, you know, Splitgate didn't work out. We're looking for our next project. Here's what we're thinking. We just need some cash. And, you know.
Yeah. Especially considering how at one point they did say that Splitgate effectively, in the current form that it was in, was the multiplayer side of like a Halo game. They are coming out with a campaign, but at this point it's kind of like, no, they're not.
What a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep, it does.
So let's do another quick sucky one. But it's kind of not at the same time because I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Corporate Vice President of Xbox Game Studios. Do you know her? Her name is Bonnie Ross.
Doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head.
She's like that little, like, she's kind of fit. She's got like long brown hair. She also is the head of 343 Industries. So if you like, yeah, Google a picture of her. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
she's been around for a very, very, very long time.
Hmm.
She announced that she is quitting both firms. Uh, she had some family issues, some family medical issues, is actually what she said.
Hmm.
That she wants to attend to, and she doesn't think. I mean, dude, if you are literally the corporate vice president of Xbox Game and the head of 343, I don't know if I could do one of those jobs,
Yeah.
let alone both in concert.
Yeah.
So she had some family medical issues come up, and she's quitting. She's straight up leaving the video game industry. Um, you know, I hope the best for her and her family, but like, man, that sucks, dude. Like, at a time when we kind of need as many badass ladies who have this level of credentials
Oh God, yeah.
and who have done so good. She literally was the second in charge after fucking Spencer.
Mhm.
So like, ah, man, that sucks. But gotta move on. So Pierre Hines will step in as the role of the studio head for 343, effectively immediately.
Oh, wow.
So whatever her family issues were,
Yeah.
probably serious.
Hmm.
But here's the other thing that I thought was interesting. Two new roles have also been created: general manager of franchise and business and operations lead. So this woman, this absolute fucking mad lad, had not only been the second in charge at Xbox. When she left 343, they had to replace her position and then make two underneath it to cover all the
Jeez.
things that she was covering. Holy
Wow.
shit, dude. Yeah.
Talk about wearing just a couple of different hats.
Like, dude, that's like fucking Miyazaki level of fucking
Yeah.
hats you're wearing. Like, so that's top. Like, and I like that, to be honest, I like that 343 saw, this vacuum that clearly Bonnie was leaving. And they were like, okay, you know what? We need more, we need more dudes in these positions.
More people.
So, well, no. This is the other thing that's actually kind of great. And you're right, people is definitely correct.
Okay, I was like, what? They're gonna put a computer in those positions?
Robots, yeah.
Beep,
Well,
boop.
The general manager of franchise is going to be Brian Koski, and and the operations lead is going to actually be Elizabeth Von Wick. Which is interesting because Elizabeth Van Wick has worked on a couple of other AAA titles, and I couldn't really find anything about Brian Koski. But Elizabeth Van Wick had headed quite a few other major franchises. Now, not in an operations lead position, but that doesn't necessarily matter in all honesty. Operations lead just kind of means you're going to be the person who's like, let's just maybe make sure all of our ducks are in a row.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. But I like that because I was worried when I was reading this. I was like, oh, okay, so Bonnie Ross leaves and then instantly goes to a dude. I was like, of course, Pierre Hines. But then the two subsequent roles that also needed to be created because Bonnie left, one went to a man, one went to a woman. I appreciate that at least. It's
Yes.
a 2-to-3 ratio.
Yes.
That's not the best, but yep. Thank you for at least hiring another woman.
Mhm.
So yeah, crazy. Because she really has been a spearhead of like so many things.
Oh yeah.
That like, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. But again, shit comes up. Your family comes first, right?
Oh,
At the end of the
God,
day.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, at this point, unfortunately, all we can really do is wish her the best as far as speedy recovery or whatever family issues they get resolved quick. And something tells me if she wanted to be like, hey, Microsoft or 343, I'm looking to get back in the game again, more than likely they'll be like, oh sure, we'll make a position for you.
I mean, legitimately, she was second in charge.
Yeah.
Next to Phil Spencer,
Yeah.
a guy who has also been there for 100 million years. She has literally worked like under Phil Spencer and side by side for 12 years. She was at 343 for 10.
Mhm.
Like that girl is straight killing it. Like
Oh yeah.
so if any of you ladies are out there, I feel like you want to look up Bonnie Ross and start comparing yourself to her. Like that is a high bar. That is like me always trying to fucking beat like fucking Miyazaki. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like pick the highest bar you can find to try to mimic that. Yeah, super cool. Wish her the best. But damn, that sucks, man. Like it sucks to lose an industry leader for so many years. I guess it doesn't
Mhm.
matter, right? Like, you know, and somebody who's impeachable, like where there was never any yeah, ugh. Right
Yep.
now in particular, we need these kind of people.
Oh god, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we need these stand-up examples. So anyways, you know, best to her, and I hope that everything works out. And if you want to come back, seriously, call me up. I'm hiring anytime. Seriously, Nani, give me a call.
Alrighty. So wow, yeah, this is gonna be interesting because where do we go from here? Well, we're running low on time, so you know what? How about we go with Nintendo? We haven't brought them up yet. Well, guess what? I'm going to. So, Nintendo being Nintendo, they've apparently gone to YouTube and, or at least they know their way around YouTube enough to sit here and be like, oh, hey, we don't like this. Well, they're back at it again, unfortunately. They're basically going to looking up videos that that effectively teach people how to jailbreak their Steam Decks. So, not the Switch, the Steam Deck. Something that is not theirs. They're going to these videos that teach people how to jailbreak the Steam Deck and telling YouTube, hey, these videos need to be taken down because in the process of people teaching the YouTubers teaching people how to jailbreak their Steam Decks, they're also not officially saying this is how you emulate a Switch, but they're not saying this is how you emulate a Switch. So Nintendo, being Nintendo, is like, meh, take it down, my toy. And
I mean, it is classic at this point, which is sad to say, but it is classic.
Yeah. I mean, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Nintendo is anti-archival of our media. They don't want anyone else to be able to archive and historically show future generations this is where where video game history came from.
It's more about that,
unless they can make a buck off it.
Right. That is exactly the difference.
Yeah. And even then, the buck that they make off of it is, hey, buy our latest console. We may think about putting in a virtual console for this certain generation that apparently people like. Yeah. And it's like, oh God, fuck off, Nintendo.
Yep. Yeah, that is funny. I mean, and it's something we talk about like week over week.
Oh God, yeah.
Where it's like I can't believe that we have to keep telling people like Nintendo is not the family friendly company that they make themselves out to be.
No, they're not.
But the fucking fanboys and girls will fucking jump on that sword and die.
Oh God, yeah.
For that company.
Yep, they will.
Really bizarre. Really bizarre.
Which is honestly kind of sad. Because this just perpetuates that mediocrity that a lot of AAA companies are getting into. And I mean, I guess that's what Nintendo fanboys want, is they want mediocrity. They want to sit there and be like, oh, I push A, therefore I jump.
I
So
mean, do you think anybody who's like a Nintendo fanboy girl or other is looking to get out of their comfort zone? Right. Okay. And we're done with this conversation. Just saying.
yeah, I know.
Um,
I know.
not so much. Um, so I just want to talk about this briefly.
Okay.
I don't know who's here still. But
Is it the
uh,
forbidden topic?
no,
Okay.
no. Forbidden. Like that's why it's forbidden.
Yeah.
Although yes, I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the Square Enix one?
Hmm?
The Square Enix forbidden topic? The fact that they're a blockchain, that they are now the 21st of a blockchain? No? Okay, never mind. Okay, just
Yeah,
moving on.
go on.
No, that's fine. Sorry. I had a whole other one that I actually did fucking research, but then I nixed it because it's the forbidden topic.
Illegal topics. Yes, exactly, Blue.
It 100% is a legal topic. So today was, speaking of which, the Nintendo State of Play, or PlayStation State of Play, and the Nintendo Direct. I didn't really have any. I didn't really have any good, bad, ugly for the Nintendo one. It was a bunch of SquareSoft announcements, Octopath Traveler 2, just a bunch of other like random stuff. Cool. I mean, it was fine. It didn't, again, it didn't rustle my jimmies. Um,
Tickle your grundle?
yeah, it didn't tickle my grundle. It didn't fucking lick my flesh bridge. It was just kind of like a thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Some sex is like that. Not every time does it have to be like fucking world, exploding. So the same thing can be said about the Sony State of Play. But the one thing I wanted to talk about was, so the PlayStation Stars program. Do you remember we talked about this like months ago, like 6 probably?
PlayStation Stars. Oh
Program.
God.
PlayStation Stars program. Okay, well, don't worry.
Yeah,
We talk
no.
about fucking regular shit like all the time. So, okay, so PlayStation Stars program, they were so vague that it didn't fucking matter last time. They said you can play games and earn points and then redeem it for something, was the last announcement we got.
Okay, yeah.
So, we got a new update today. PlayStation Stars program members are free. Anyone can sign into it. Anyone can be up for it. And you get trophies like Melee, Smash Brothers Melee.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be excited?
No, no, you weren't.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
the rest of us. They are literally little trophies. They again did not explain at all how the system works or what goes for what points or how you even get points, but they had an example of 3 or 4 trophies. They were literally just little fucking stand. They were fucking, what's the Smash Brothers ones? The
The
actual physical ones.
the amiibos.
The amiibos.
Oh,
They're
okay.
fucking digital amiibos. Digital amiibos, just like they were in Smash Melee. And they exist. Anyone can sign up. They were like, they go from characters to individual objects, and the things that they showed was like I don't even remember the first one. I don't remember. And then the second one was like a piano, and then the third one was a PlayStation 3, like on a little trophy stand, like on a little disc, and it was just a little PS3 digital model. There you go.
What they should have shown was just like the little stand and then a dildo and be like, see, and you can get this, and this is how you're gonna
No,
feel, is you're
because
gonna get
that could
screwed.
that could be workable. They should have just written ideas here on a white piece of paper and then just like it was nothing. It was legitimately nothing. It was for like legitimately the trophies from Smash Brothers Melee with the little stands and everything and a little 3D model, and they went, you can get this. Again, no way how to get those points, no way how nothing. There was nothing. It was just, here is the thing. So they're trying to basically make an achievement system that you can share. They were very adamant on this. You can share with your friends. You can share fucking achievements with friends too.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fucking shit. Like, nobody cares. They didn't say if you're buying them or if you're unlocking. Like, dude, there was no information, and they made a special point of it. It was like 4 minutes. I was like, okay, so your thing is there's going to be little tiny trophies that you made that are 3D and digital that somehow people who play PlayStation and sign up for the PlayStation Stars program are going to be able to gain and then show their friends. This means nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
I legitimately, I was like, this is my notes. PlayStation Today, state of play today was ... PlayStation Stars program with a question mark. Like, trophies from Smash Melee? I mean, cool, question mark? Starts in November. And it doesn't start in all regions at the same time. That means that they have like nothing locked down. It's September. It's halfway through September.
God.
And they have no details at all for this fucking program.
And this is launching
What?
in November?
It's launching in November in selected
my
regions,
God.
which by the way is not North America or Europe or Japan. It's like in all the like the jank areas first. This was literally them saying, have you seen this ashtray from our PlayStation 1 game? You can get this in some way, shape, or form. I'm not really sure yet, but you can show this off to your friends. Like, it does, like, it was the most nonsensical,
God.
nothing announcement I had seen all day. And I
Yeah.
was kind of full of a bunch of other nothing fucking announcements. Ugh. Yeah.
See, honestly, I would have figured, being Sony, they would have launched it in Japan first.
Mm. Dude, they clearly have no idea what they're doing with this.
Clearly.
Like, that's why they're like Australia, and like I wish she had gone like Australia and like a bunch of their junk regions. Like, that's how it felt. Like,
Yeah.
And then she said several weeks later it will be coming out in North America, Japan, and Europe. And by the way, that was a little telling, the order that she said. Even that, I was like,
Yeah.
like, not a good look. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess the PlayStation is getting a system of trophies of random stuff that you can purchase or you earn. I still have no idea. Like, that was the second announcement, and it's coming out in a month and a half.
Good
Yeah.
Lord. That's just
I'm really excited though.
stupid.
I'm really excited. What are you talking about? They had a PlayStation 3, a keyboard thing, a thing that looked like a Breville toaster. Like, so fucking dumb. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, be looking forward to that, PlayStation kids.
Oh, yeah. Just so excited. All right, moving on.
Yeah, please.
Kind of going back to 343 in the instance of Halo Infinite.
Okay.
This is not good, by the way. This is
Just go.
basically they released their fall/winter roadmap. It is nothing but a train wreck. It literally is nothing but a train wreck.
Is it further pushbacks?
Oh, it's pushbacks and cuts. Local co-op out the window. Gone.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a little rough for Halo, considering that was kind of one of the tent poles of Halo.
Yep.
It's a little rough.
Next season was supposed to start in November.
After being pushed back 6 months.
Yes. After being pushed back 6 months, it was supposed to start in November. You want to take a guess when it's going to start now?
February 2023.
Close. March.
Another 6 months.
Season 2 will be 10 months long.
God damn it, dude. Fucking Yahtzee, dude. Fucking Yahtzee. What's the opposite of the word of Yahtzee? Like, that's what I need to figure out. I need to find out a word that's the opposite of Yahtzee. Nazi? Oh,
No,
that sounds
no,
bad.
no.
That sounds bad. Actually,
Yeah.
no. Actually, it is kind of right though. Like,
Eh,
that's how shitty it is. It's Nazi.
yeah.
We have to make sure you spell it and not say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Forge
God,
release
so
is
bad.
pushed back to sometime this
Yeah.
year.
We're never getting that shit.
Yeah.
We're never getting that shit.
On the other side, though, there are some plus sides to the roadmap that they showed. Apparently, there's going to be a new equipment piece, the shroud screen. Basically, think of the dome shield, except you can't see through it.
Oh, so tinted windows version,
Okay, sure.
like a tinted window for a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's a see out. I think it's you can't see through. Period. In or out.
That wouldn't make sense. It's got to be one of the other. It's got to be one of the
I don't
other.
know. I don't know.
Hmm.
A new gun, which is basically the Covenant Carbine, except it's human tech. So why they?
Woo!
Yeah, exactly. Co-op network and mission replayability,
Okay. I mean,
and they're revamping the XP system. So instead of focusing on doing challenges in the match, it's now performance in the match.
that's good.
That's about
Shouldn't have had to tell them that though. Like,
yeah. I mean, honestly, why that wasn't like the first thing that they
Standard.
addressed,
right.
I don't know.
Especially because that's just a numbers thing. That's
Yeah.
all changing Excel docs.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Well. Woo.
Honestly, as far as this compared, Halo Infinite compared to Splitgate, I would rather see Splitgate succeed
Oh, yeah,
over
fuck
Halo
yeah.
Infinite any
Jesus
day of the
Christ,
week
yeah.
right now.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that for months.
Yeah.
Well,
Ugh.
smell farts in tiny tubes. Like,
Or in this case,
cool.
smell farts in gigantic warehouses.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. I only have one left that I don't care about. Do you have anything you care about?
No.
Okay. Do we just stop here?
Considering the two I have left are Kiwi Farms and Diablo Immortal.
No, God, please. Like, please. I feel like 9 minutes short doesn't kill my soul in that particular instance.
Yeah, I know. Same here.
Well, mine is about GameStop and wiretapping, and are we gonna bore people to fucking tears with this shit?
Probably.
Yeah. All right.
Ugh.
Let's just call it. God damn, dude. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, I still feel like this was a good week and we got a bunch of laughs out of it. Oh no. Shit. Farts. All right. I do have one that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Overwatch 2. So Overwatch 2 has not been going well. Shocking absolutely no one because it's Activision Blizzard. It was announced to be free to play in the June showcase for Xbox and Bethesda, I think.
Mhm.
Is when they announced that.
Yep.
But a bunch of fucking announcements came out, and one of them was that heroes are going to be locked through battle passes. New heroes will be on the free track. Okay, so we all know how battle pass works,
Yeah.
right? Free track, you
Free
get
track,
free stuff.
premium track.
Premium stuff, you get premium stuff, but premium stuff, you also get all the stuff on the free track.
Yeah.
So, turns out that they're not locking them behind a battle pass. The new character is totally on a battle pass, but if this just raised a bunch of new questions. So again, free pass.
Hmm.
Let's say you get a new guy here. This is the new character right here,
Yep.
right? Okay. If you buy the premium pass, it gives you 3, 4 levels of the normal pass. Do you automatically get the character ahead of other players who are trying to grind the character? And they've been like, I mean, what? You don't have to pay for anything. So, no, everyone gets the hero. So again, they went back on what they said, like from when Overwatch came out. I know. But like, dude, okay, I get what they're saying, right? Like, you're right. All the characters are still free. But again, if you're doing a battle pass and I plunk down 20 fucking dollars, that moves me up the battle pass, like, I don't know, let's call it 12 ranks, and I automatically get the new character. That's gonna fuck with balance of the game.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like, I wish we could go one week without having to talk about how Activision Blizzard has completely stepped in a huge pile of dog shit. Like, it, this has been coming for a long time, but like, dude, it is bumming me out that like every week we have to be like, Activision Blizzard again. Next week, Activision Blizzard again.
Yep.
Activision Blizzard again. Oh my god. Dude,
Mhm.
if I worked on the fucking PR team, I would say, can we go 6 weeks without any major announcements? I don't care what it is. Everybody just goes media silent, basically. 6 weeks. Let's just give the public time to breathe and maybe try to forget about all the horrible bullshit that we do time and time and time and time and time again.
Yeah.
Like, it's absurd at this fucking speed. Like,
Mhm.
if you were trying to sink a company, this is about the trajectory that I would have used.
Oh
Like
god.
Brewster's Millions, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so
Y-
long and short of it is, right now, for as all we know is new characters on the battle pass. You have to get them at some point. If you get the premium, they went. That was it. That was what they did. So
God.
there you go. Cool.
See, to me, that just leaves open massive questions. Like,
That was
okay,
the problem.
okay. Say the free, well, say the battle pass set has like 100 levels, and
Sure.
the new character is, we'll say, at level 50.
Sure.
What if the whole season goes by and you only get to 49?
That was the other thing that people were saying. What if I don't have time to play? So, okay, now the entire season goes by and I've missed a character. How do I get that character? And you know what the response has been? Crickets.
Oh God, that's so bad.
It's unbelievable, dude. It's legitimately unbelievable. Like, these
Mm.
are simple questions that you should be asking at the design phase. But
Yes,
like,
and yet everyone's just like, "Oh, wait, what?
whatever,
People
dude.
playing our
Whatever makes us
games?"
the most money.
Yeah,
Whatever makes us the most money.
yeah.
Okay, well, what about people who aren't putting in money?
Fuck them. Yeah.
Like, unfucking
Mm.
weird, dude. So yeah. So that was the last thing I wanted to talk about because that's fucking annoying. And I'll say this again. Will and I were walking to the gas station before we went and did the show today. And the pro scene has been playing Overwatch 2 for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now. The meta has still not changed. The new 2 characters are just enhancing the meta. So there's still the same boring thing going on in the pro league, but now there's just new characters. And I was like, what's the difference? And he goes, well, I mean, I get to see new characters' abilities. And I was like, to do the same thing? And he was like, yeah, to do the same thing. I was like, okay,
Great. Yay.
cool. Cool.
Yay.
All right. All right. So we done?
I've got nothing else because I actually deleted them off my list.
Good. All right. Well, bye, Rich's chat. It was awesome to hang out and see you guys again. And we will see you next week for another fun ass stream of us bitching about companies.
Yep.
God, is this all we are?
I hope not. No, because we have some good things too.
Yeah, and we have insights and like whatever, I
Yeah.
guess.
Some.
That was my fart face.
Some.
Is that wet? No, it wasn't. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Bye,
All right.
Alex's chat.
Bye, Rich's chat.
Alrighty, guys. But that'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with me and Alex tonight, as far as talking video games and general just news about the gaming industry. If you guys have opinions on stuff that you guys want to voice as well, by all means, please feel free. We always love hearing your comments or reading your comments and whatnot. I know I don't voice them a lot as much as Alex does, but I do read them. So there is that. Yeet, yeah. We're getting out of here. So I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing some more Raft. Hopefully getting towards wherever the next location is. Maybe, possibly, don't know. But yeah, we'll be doing Raft, and then no stream Friday. I'm actually going out of town, going to the beach, probably one last time for the summer. And then I will be back though Monday next week, doing the usual typical stuff. So either way, I will catch you all later. Bye.